Good morning, guys. Rick Shaw here via Elmore Beaks. I'm still, I'm still out in the cold from YouTube. They don't want me there, but look at this day. We got a windy day. We had a heck of a windstorm. Had to get the fuzzy muff out. Very breezy again this morning, and the breeze is a little bit cooler. But that's the way she goes. One of the things I wanted to talk about was our man Putin over there. I've been watching him for a while, and he's pushing back against the NWO, which is really good, I think. And I've been watching him and listening to his speeches. And guys, I tell you what, I like the guy. He's a man for his country, that's for sure. But he's pushing back on this, putting these missiles right on this border. And people are hollering, "Oh, you can't do that, blah, 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 it's NATO, blah, blah." Well, NATO's run by the NWO, you guys. And yeah, they put them there, and they may not use them now, but they'll eventually use them against the guy, But look what we did when they were putting stuff down in Cuba 90 miles away. We threw a fit, right? Chased them out. We don't need them. We don't need to do that, I don't believe there's an imminent attack coming from them. But I'll tell you what, if they push this thing with their land there, right on their border, I can understand him coming out and fight. I wouldn't blame him. I would not blame the guy. They've demonized so many people in this world, again, so that we're against them. I remember the weapons of mass destruction. Saddam was our buddy over there. He was keeping the peace. He was broke, so he went and invaded his own brothers. That was a bummer, but they made up all this stuff to get in there. It was just a big bunch of baloney with, Bin Laden and all this crap. Come on, guys. It was a big pile of baloney. A lot of it. So, you got to watch. You got to watch what's going on. And our folks in government, can you trust them, guys? Give me a break. Look at how much money they're making. That's their god. Look at Pelosi, how much all this stuff she just bought. Millions and millions of dollars. Where'd she get all these millions from? Backdoor deals, guys. They don't care about you. And if you don't think they're making a ton of money off this job, then you're in la la land. This is all about the money. Anytime you got a crime going on, any detective, this is Detective School 101, follow the money. That's what you do. I think it's the first day of class. They smash you in the head. They give you a book. It's a 535-page book. And you open it up, and on every page it says, follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money. That's it. If that's all you get out of your detective school, you're going to do just fine. Because that's what this is all about. And these people, they're chasing that money. I've said this before on the other channel. 1% of the 300 some million people in the U.S. are millionaires, but 95% of Congress is millionaires. They're making deals, guys. They don't give a damn about you. They're going to demonize who they want to demonize so that they can make more money. And right now, as far as I'm concerned, this NATO, I think we ought to get out of it. It's not what it started out to be. It's morphed into an evil empire. Blue helmets. They send them in wherever. They're just they're thugs. They're like a mafia assassins. And these New World Order guys are going to send them in wherever they want to do their bidding. But you look at a lot of places. Why are we not invading Australia? A tyrannical government took over. Worse than Saddam Hussein. Look what they're doing. They're hauling kids away. They've built these huge camps, gulags, all over the place. They're forcing these people into this crap. What are we doing? Nothing. Maybe if they had oil, or maybe if they found something that we wanted, then we'd go in and help them. But no, they're not going to help these people. These people are going to get their heads stomped on. And it's what's happening. It's happening all over the world. Look at Austria. People are fighting back. I saw one thing, a mayor just happened to be caught outside, and the people pummeled the heck out of him in their town. Some guy who pushed this thing. And they nailed him. I put it on the Telegram. I hope a lot of you look up the Telegram. You can still go to Rick Shaw go to the About section way at the end, and it'll show you how to get on there. Be careful going to the Telegram and loading it through the Google Play Store, because they're not giving you the right Telegram. They're giving you one that's like buffered and you can't get certain stuff. So you got to get the regular Telegram. Either go on the About section and put it on, or go through your browser, not a Google browser, your browser. And I just seen Google used to be #1 for looking for things on the web. They're knocked down now. They're not #1 anymore, because people are waking up. They're in on it. Those companies are all in on it. They were in on it on that last election, and they just did. Come on, Shakes, go get her. Go get her. Get her out of there. Is she pooping? Take that out of her. Get that out of there. We got to get the dog. She's picking up some kind of crap. Get out of there, Dougie. Come on. I don't want her getting stuff and picking herself up some worms. But she's back with us. We were up over here last night. The residents of both phases we had a big party last night. Ami's still here. She came to it with us. We had plenty of good food, and had a couple beers, and we stayed around till kind of late. Kids were playing around. We got to meet a lot of the neighbors. Didn't meet a single soul I didn't like. Everybody I met there, the kids were very respectful. The younger crowd was just a nice bunch of people. We had our neighbor over here that we really like. He was down there, and it was nice. We had karaoke singing going on, and it was just a real nice evening. So that was kind of cool. And the neighbors here, great people. Just seems like all of them, and they're all, everybody that was, like everybody was there. Just about everybody in the development, except the new people that moved in, were there. And all of them, they want these water people out. They want them out. They're trying to get a push to get the city water connection. Because if you go right over across the street where they got city water, I was at the little store, and there's a little grandma lady. I like to shop there. She's very nice. And her son was in the backyard, grandson was in the backyard squirting his garden hose. And I'm not kidding you. He was squirting that garden hose 30 feet. All kinds of pressure. But why are they not allowing? There's supposed to be some kind of a tap going in to get city water here. Screw the tank. Put it on the city water, And this tank, we just found out last night, they have one pump. There's no backup pump. At our other place, we had 2 pumps. If one of the pumps went bad, then they had a backup while they were fixing the one that broke. Here, if this one breaks, no water until they decide to fix it. So that's a bummer. But we were up here last night. We had the whole thing. Kids were dancing. It was a lot of fun. It was just a real nice day, and I really enjoyed meeting a lot of the neighbors. The kids had an absolute blast up here. They were running around. I told Faye, just let them run around, go crazy. Faye was a little bit shy.
Go over there to this thing.
Oh, we're gonna walk around. We're gonna go around the circle. And it was nice. It was real nice. But we got to meet these neighbors from over here and there, and all these people. And they were saying, "Oh, we always see you walking and all that, and making your vlog." So a bunch of them got on to got the address to the channel. I told them it was shut down, but I got the other one, the Al Gore Beaks, and they were even taking that one. But you'll watch my subscriber numbers. There's all those people that loaded that up last night and subscribed, and guess what? The numbers went down again. They're fudging the numbers for the channel, because why would they be so scared to shut me off when I only got 3,000? They say 3,000 people, 3,182 or something now. It went down 3, I think, since last night when a bunch of these people subscribed to the channel. But I think it's because they're afraid of the truth. And this last video, I have it. I could send it to anybody who wants to watch it. Nowhere I went through that video a couple times, and nowhere on that video did I give medical advice. That's why they took it down. That's why they took the video down. They said I was giving medical advice. Well, not one peep about medical advice. I didn't say to get anything or not take it. Nothing. I gave zero medical advice. But they found some, and they knocked the appeal down. These guys go too far. Now on the Facebook, I have an Al Gore Beaks on the Facebook. I'm just waiting to see when they're going to shut me down, because I've been posting a whole bunch of stuff on there. These doctors coming out, just coming straight out and saying it's pushing up daisies, Jabba the Hutt. Okay? It's on there. They ain't saying nothing. Not a dang thing. Now, one of the things they put a cover over was this professor who did a test on socialism. And he divided the class up and what happened with it. And they covered that up. And that was a thing done by a professor. It was true. We looked it up already. That was something I had last year. I read about last year. But no, they covered something on that. I don't know why. But these what they call fact checkers, there's definitely they've got some sort of a mental trauma, where truth scares them, and they get their feelings hurt over every little thing. You talk about something and their panties get in a bunch, and they've got to run to their safe space and put 2 or 3 more colors in their hair and another 15 nose rings, and they don't realize what this stuff is for. Nose rings, so you can lead them around, and I think that's what's happening. People are leading them around by the nose because they're clueless, these people. But you watch the kids. I watched a dang thing on, it was actually a TikTok thing. I watched this Odin's Men thing, and there was a TikTok dude on there, and he was born around the time my let's go all the way down to the circle. Where's Moo? He didn't come. So watching that, and the dude's about my oldest son's age, and he was talking about race relations and all that, and he said we didn't get any of that. He says when we were kids, there were in the school I went to, there was blacks, there was Indians, there was Chinese, just full. We didn't have that problem, but they're still pushing this problem because, guys, it's all about division. It's divide and conquer. They don't want everybody grouping together as one. If you got a difference with your neighbor, don't have it. Everybody's going to have a different opinion on things. I had a guy on here, and just because I thought a certain way, I'm done with you, And one guy actually talked to him. I don't believe everything you believe. You came out and said, hey, I want to get this job at a Hut. Go for it, man. I don't hate you because of it, But this fellow, but he listened to reason, even invited me out to his place, and I'm like, okay, that's how it should be. Just because we have different thoughts and things like that. I said something about flat Earth, and this guy was, that's it. I'm done with you. And I haven't seen him on the channel again. No comments, no nothing. Just done. Why? Why? Can't I have thoughts to myself? Can I say this? I don't get how some people are, but this is what these tyrants want. They want this division so that we hate each other. And I even sent the fellas some stuff. I look at this Eric Dubai. I watched some of his stuff, but way before I ever even heard about this guy, I remember this was in '87. I was getting a satellite dish, and the satellite dish installer guy, I said, well, how come if the Earth is spinning and satellites are flying through the air 17,000 miles an hour, why do you got to aim at this certain spot? And he goes, because it's satellites hanging there off a bag, and invited me out to his place, and it was pretty far away. Well, he had this telescope that you could look in, and you could zero this thing in, and he had it zeroed in, and I'm not kidding you, that satellite wasn't moving. That thing, it looked like it was hanging on something. Okay? And that's when I started saying, okay, I better start looking into this and see what the heck's going on. And I did. And then just a while back, I found this Eric Dubai and watched some of his videos about the different things, you know, like ships going over the horizon. Okay, I tried it. They had a buddy that had one of these cameras, and ship disappeared. Put the big zoom on the camera. Guess what? There it is. Still there. Okay. And the other thing was when I lived in the Chicago area, and we went to this fellow's place on the other side, and you could see Chicago in his telescope, which was set up just a little bit above the beach, and you could see right down to the water line. Now that should be way behind the curve. And then they tell you it's a mirage. Yeah, right. Anything to do that. But this is why I came up with that. But just because I think that, is that a reason for somebody to hate me? Just because somebody thinks the world is round, I don't hate them. That's their bag. I don't have a problem with it. So I just don't get people. I was really happy to meet a lot of the neighbors last night. One thing you have to do is be good with all your neighbors, you know, and I want to, because they're our first line of defense, guys. So that's how it should be. You should be very cordial with all your neighbors. But you know, here I just check out Jennifer Terry's last one. I still got a sneaky suspicion that this thing is going to happen again, you know, with lockdowns and stuff. Oh, it's going to be a softer deal and blah blah blah, and they're going to get the un-Jabba the Hutts are it's going to be worse for them. Well, why? I just asked this question. Why don't the frontliners have to get it? And why, if you can get Jabba the Hutt, still catch it, still spread it, why should you be any different than me, who doesn't want this? I've never had the I gotta say it like that, so the algorithms don't get me. But you know, I just don't understand their mentality unless it's something nefarious, guys. That's just how it has to. That's what I'm thinking, and I'm not alone in this thought pattern. A lot of people are coming awake to it, and they're just saying, you know, hey, enough is enough. But they're not stopping, and I think it's because money. You know, they're making money on this, and if they can put you in a queue, they're making money somehow on it. And all this testing, I don't buy into that either. You know, if you look at on the Telegram, I found one, and when they inoculate a cow, they have a Q-tip that's over a foot long, and that's how you used to do it. You stick it way down in their nose, and they can't sneeze it out, so they put that in there. And what's all this stuff that's on these things? It just seemed odd to me way back in the beginning when this first started happening, and I saw that. I was like, why are they doing that, guys? What's, you know, there's got to be a purpose for that. So, you know, just start looking at it yourself. You know, use your common sense. You know, if something, a lot of times in my life, if something didn't feel right, it wasn't right, guys. You know, I just felt, oh no, there's something going on here. Spidey sense. You know, use your spidey sense. God gave you this stuff, and why wouldn't His protection, your immune system, be up to snuff? You know, if you're eating right, getting plenty of water, getting your rest, why shouldn't you be around for a long time? Why do you need an intervention from a man? You know, especially when this man doesn't have your best interest at heart. You just got to take a look at this stuff. But look at all this wind we got. I'm telling you, this is the perfect place for wind power. I wouldn't say these big windmills that they can't get rid of the parts to and they don't work, but just in your own little house. I saw little wind generators in Lazada. You know, they got different sizes, and I think I'd like to go that route with as much wind we get here. We get bigger percentage of windy days than not. You know, we do get some nice days where it's calm, but it seems more rare since we've been here since May. So, but I'm going to go ahead and let you go. What do you kids got to say? Get together.
This is Rickshaw out.
but via Al Gore Bakes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. My beautiful babies and our little puppy. And we'll talk to you guys again.